Welcome to the new My Football Club podcast. Hello and welcome to the new My Football Club podcast. I'm your host, Augustine Sasso. You can email me at augustine.sasso@myfootballclub.co.uk. I've got a great show for you today, 2 interviews. The first from last week with Scott Ginty. We talk about his injury, the rehab process, and his time at the Fleet. Then I speak to Alex Leith, one of the club directors at Lewes. We'll play Lewes next Wednesday, so if you're traveling to the match, or if you're just planning a trip, you'll want to listen to that interview. We've got some great tips on places to stay, some pubs, beer, and other great information. Here first is Scott.
Hello.
Hey, good morning, Scott. It's Augustine.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, cheers.
All right, good. Is this a good time to maybe do a little interview?
Yeah, no, it's cool, yeah.
All right, thank you again. Well, I was just wondering how the injury was going. How's it healing?
Yes, I went to a place called Lilleshall, which is the National Sports Centre within England.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sort of the best place to go, really. And I've got another week up there, commencing the 21st of February. And then after that, hopefully when I get back from that week, I'll be ready to train, and then if training goes well, I'll be available for selection again.
Excellent. So, yeah, it's good to hear that you're getting better, you're progressing. And I was just curious, what kind of rehab do you do?
So at the minute, basically, to get back fit again, I just need to strengthen the right hamstring and obviously maintain the left hamstring.
Mm-hmm.
Use Cliniband, which is obviously, it puts resistance against the muscle where I have to then control it. I have to one-legged squats with weights.
Okay.
And it's basically to get it back to its original state, and obviously when I'm ready, I'll have a test up at Lilleshall when I go back to see how the left hamstring compares with the right one, and if they're pretty much the same, it means I'm all good to go.
Excellent. And I was wondering about the kind of training that you do, the workouts that you do. Well, once you're playing.
Well, when I play?
Yeah.
On the training, we'll warm up as a team. We'll do a bit of possession, keep ball, sort of maybe go into little squares or in a big on half a pitch in a big square. And then I suppose it depends to what team we're playing at the weekend. For instance, if we were playing a team that were good at set pieces,
mm-hmm.
we'd practice our set pieces defensively and attackingly. It depends what the gaffer puts on, obviously, and whatever he puts on, we all give 100% in session.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was just wondering, does the gaffer go over team strategy, tactics? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, obviously only training twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
That's last year every day. Sort of on a Thursday evening. Obviously it'll be the last chance he has before the game on Saturday. So we'll work on team shape. We'll most likely do 11v11, just to sort of get in the game shape sort of mind frame.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously if we change formations to suit us against the side that maybe play a different formation to us, we'll have time on a Thursday evening to work on that formation and get it right for the game on Saturday.
Wow, sounds good. That sounds good. Last time we spoke, I asked you about one of your favorite moments, and you said it was last year at Tamworth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you want to describe again the action.
It was a bad day for the club, and obviously everyone involved with the club obviously getting relegated. And also we won our game, and the other results went against us, which meant we got relegated, which was a tough day for everyone involved. But on a personal note, as well as sort of feeling sad about getting relegated, I came on obviously knowing the team needed to win, and they were losing 3-2 when I came on. And obviously I got 2 goals, and I think it was about 4 or 5 minutes, and we ended up winning the game 4-3. And at that point, we thought we did enough to stay up, and then obviously somebody was getting the scores through to the dugout. Dugout. And so, obviously we were told that I think it was Gateshead had won on the last day, which meant we got relegated. So it was a bittersweet day for me in the end. Obviously, I'd have rather the team stayed up and someone else scored the goals and that, but hey ho, we're doing all right this year in the league we're in, and hopefully we can push for promotion out of the league back into the conference next year. Yeah,
well, it looks that way. The team has been going through some rough spots, but you guys pulled together, and
Yeah, we've got a great bunch of lads this year. And, no disrespect to the boys from last year, but I feel this year everyone plays for each other. We're more of a team on and off the pitch. And like you say, yeah, we're like, I wouldn't describe it as a bad patch at the minute. It's just a case of if we can match our home form with our away form, we'll be flying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's true. That home form, boy, that is interesting. And do you think it could be maybe that you're playing at home, and there might be a little bit more pressure to win, and when the opposing team comes in, they have less pressure.
Yeah, it's one of those where obviously we've got great fans home and away, and they give their support obviously all game and that. I couldn't put my finger on it, to be honest, because the boys they approach every game in the same way, and obviously if we're playing like a Dover or a Braintree, obviously it's a big game and they get up for the game. I'm not too sure why it is at home, to be honest, because obviously we'll have more fans at home. You'd expect for us to sort of kick on and the crowd get behind us and go and win games. I'm not too sure, to be honest. It's a funny one, but obviously, like I said, if we can start now at home form with the away form, then I can't see no reason why we won't be thereabouts at the end of the season.
Sure, and I think, it's a long season, and right now it's a little bit of a rough patch, but I think teams will work their way out of it, and this team has got it's a great team. It's got a great core. Yeah,
so, we've got a good side, and obviously compared to the gaffer, he's changed it when he needs to change it, and I think the boys, whoever comes in, they know that they've got a job to do, and they do it right, and I think if we could get a good run of form like we had earlier on in the season, sort of win 4 or 5 on the bounce, that'll sort of pull us away from the chasing pack and leave us right up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Will you be travelling tomorrow?
No, I haven't Waterloo but away. I've got a gym programme to do, so I'll be in the gym. But I'm sure there'll be a radio link where I can log on and listen to the game, which I usually do if I've not travelled.
Yeah, that's true. Just a couple more questions. when we spoke last, you mentioned that you were on scholarship, and I wasn't quite sure what that meant. I mean, I know what scholarship is here.
Yeah. Well, basically, I did my scholarship at Peterborough United. So it's a scholarship from the age of 16 to 18, where sort of you're in a youth team and like you play reserve football, which is obviously below the first team, and you sort of do a college course within that, and they use it as a development scheme, really, the 2 years, and then obviously after the 2 years are up, the first team manager decides if you're ready to go into his first team, and he'll offer you a pro contract or not. And obviously I did my scholarship, and then at the end of the 2 years, the manager at Peterborough United, which was Darren Ferguson, didn't think I was ready for it. So basically that was when I left, and I came to Ebbsfleet at the start of the following season. Was on trial during pre-season at Ebbsfleet, and then obviously the gaffer offered me a contract, which I greatly accepted, and then obviously I'm in my second year now.
Well, yeah, no, and we're happy to have you. All right, well, Scott, do you have any questions? Do you want to make any comments before we say?
Well, just to the fans and obviously everyone involved in the club, MYFC, everyone. I mean, it's a great club. It's a family club where everyone chips in to help out wherever it needs to be, and obviously the support from the fans. Obviously from around the world, obviously, with it being a worldwide situation. From me and obviously the rest of the lads, we thank you for that support.
Well, we appreciate having a player like you on the team, and I hope you get better right on schedule, and you're back on the team quickly.
Yeah, obviously. We've got a good squad now, so even when I'm fit, it's a competition for places, which is healthy at any club that want to be moving in the right direction and get promoted. So yeah, I have to do my best when I am back.
All right. Well, Scott, thank you, and maybe we'll talk later on in the season, and hope to see you back on the pitch quickly.
Okay, nice one. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Is this going to be an audio podcast? Or
yes, it is. No, it's audio.
All right. Yeah. Could you send me a link when it's all on, please?
I will. Will do.
Thanks.
All right. Take care.
All right. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, thanks, Scott. And now Alex.
Hi, Augustine.
Hi, Alex. How are you?
I'm very well. Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Do you have a few minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. Well, listen. Thank you. Thank you again for doing this again, and I can tell you everything is on and it's recording. So I can see the VU meter, the arrow moving. So
okay.
we're going.
Okay.
Anyway, I wanted to let you know that I looked up St. Augustine and Ebbsfleet, and it's actually another Ebbsfleet.
Oh, really?
There's another Ebbsfleet. Yes. Not the same.
Okay.
But that was an interesting thing you picked up. Little interesting trivia there. So Alex, I guess let's start. Can you tell me a little bit, a brief history of the town? As you know, I said before, I was just fascinated. A medieval town. It sounds like a very interesting place. So you can tell me a little bit more.
Yeah, sure. Well, Lewes is a great place to visit for a day trip or a little longer. It's for people who are interested in a bit of culture on the side of their football, you can't really do better than this. It's a town that was founded by the Saxons and then taken over by the Normans, and there are a lot of buildings left over from the Normans, particularly the very imposing castle which sits on a hilltop overlooking everything from the town. You can actually see the castle from the dripping pan. It's not quite in the shadow, but metaphorically in its shadow. So it's a very atmospheric town with a lot of medieval buildings in it. Obviously, there are a lot of modern buildings too, but still a lot of medieval buildings. You'll see a lot of Tudor buildings with their half timber frames, and there's Anne of Cleves house, where one of Henry VIII's wives ended up after the divorce. All sorts of things like that. Plenty of history. There's a ruined priory that was blown up by Henry VIII in the dissolution of the monasteries. The ruins, you can still wander around in a field. That's right behind the dripping pan, the football ground. So yeah, great place to visit. Lots of little bookshops and things like that. And it's small. You can just walk around it quite easily on foot.
Wow, yeah, that's excellent. That's just the kind of town that I personally love to visit. And so I heard about the ale.
One of our favourite landmarks in the town is a 18th century brewery called Harvey's, which is a very successful brewery. It sells beer all around the south of England. The beer wins awards from the Real Ale group Camera, which has awards every year, and the Harvey's Best and other ales they brew regularly win. Sometimes, if the wind's right and the process is in motion, you can smell the hops brewing all through the town. So hopefully that'll be the case when Ed Street play. And the beer is on sale in the dripping pan. So you can taste it, as well as in many of the lovely pubs in and around the town.
Great. And any particular pub that somebody?
Well, I would recommend the Lewes Arms as being the most characteristic pub. That dates back to the 18th century as well. It's just off the high street. You can ask anybody; they'll show it to you. It's easier to do it that way than to try to explain, because it's through a little alleyway. It sells nice beer. There's a nice atmosphere. They don't have music. It's all conversation. A real good place to go before and after the football. As a director of the club, I'd hasten to add that you should try the Rook Inn as well at the ground, because our club will get a cut of the money sold from the beer there, and that's very important for us. But do explore the town as well and some of the pubs.